a lot. I hear a lot of this in like there's ad spend, like your monthly ad spend budget. Then there is your daily ad spend budget, but then there's also a threshold that will stop your ad. I've never heard anybody talk about that. I never known there's three things that you really got to look for. So I learned that the hard way. I'm like, hey, my ad stopped, and they look, oh, it has to be your credit card. Nope, all my bills were paid, and they were even scratching their head. And here's another thing with Facebook, like you can go in there every day, and every day it's gonna look different where things are at. I don't know why they do that. It's kind of nutty. So that's another thing. So make sure, guys, if you do, there's three, like from a financial point, limits and levers you have to look out for. The monthly, your daily, and then there's a threshold. When you reach that threshold, they'll shut you down. And here's the funky part. When they shut it down and you bring it back up, it's almost like the optimization, the warm-up starts all over again. So that was one of my struggles that I had that, I'm learning this beast, so.
I think the other thing that'll
Chris,
come into
what's
play.
happening?
There's my guy. What's up, man?
I'm blessed, man,
Reasonable
blessed.
guy. So I took a little Chris out and I'm like, dude, I gotta go to the office, bro. See ya. It's just literally across the street. I didn't go
Nice.
far, you know.
Awesome.
So what's up,
Yeah,
man?
so
How's life?
I'm doing good. I'm actually traveling. I'm in Vegas. I'm setting up some
Nice, dude.
proxies here in Vegas for us. Man, that's another beast. So guys, if you're doing proxies, um, I just found out that cable, especially on the cable modem, they don't allow you to port forward. So I gotta figure that out. I can access everything here, but if I want to open ports to do stuff, I'm not
Well,
able
you,
to. So
well, you take the cable modem and then you'll connect it to a router. With the router, you get like a TP link, and then you'll be able to NAT do the forwarding.
okay, so yeah, I have a Linksys mesh kind of set up around here. So I'm hoping I'll be able to do with that, but it's not letting me in when I tried earlier. So we'll see. Um, so yeah, I'm traveling. I'm in Vegas right now. I go back to California in a little bit after this call with you guys. What else is happening? SEO spring training is happening. Chris, aren't you a speaker there?
Are you going?
I'm like 90%. I'm trying to convince Harry to go with me. But I'll be there if you guys want to meet up. I think it'll be pretty cool. Terry has a great speaker, presenters, pretty solid
It's
on
huge.
there.
He's doing like baseball games, like crazy, going golfing.
Oh, for the VIP,
Yeah,
yeah, the VIP stuff, yeah,
getting nuts.
yeah.
Oh, see,
So
I never even think about I'm like, I'm going to a baseball game. Sweet. You know?
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna go there.
that should be fun.
Yeah, it should be fun. I hope so, man. I'm gonna fly in, out. I'll hang out for a day or
Yeah,
two.
yeah. So like Josh Nelson's gonna be there. Um, Chris is gonna be there. Monik from Linkcraft's gonna be there, and
How you like his stuff, bro? Is this
man,
public?
I'm about to get on his. Yeah, it is. I'm about to get on his program and really kind of leverage because like one of the things that people that are telling me is like they're used to Ahrefs, right? And Ahrefs was kind of a lot to learn, and people have it down, so they just want to know. Even for myself, that learning curve speeded up. So I'll probably get on his platform. Like, hey, this is how I do it in Ahrefs. This is how you do it on Linkgraph, right? Or Search Atlas. This, kind of giving people like because this tool is pretty cool and he's always adding to it. There's a lot of he's he just let's just say he's adding to it. I don't think I'm supposed to say everything that he's told me so far, but he's adding to it. And so that's kind of the stuff that that we're doing. There's a lot of big people that are using it, that are finding the leverage, especially what these cats are doing with Ahrefs and SEMrush, like picking up the price, or if you want the same price, you get less features. Monic is actually adding more features to his stuff. So he'll be
cool.
one of the speakers there. Super nice guy. So we'll see. He does the whole gamut of SEO, right? The link gap, content, tracking, everything that you could do with like Ahrefs or SEMrush, research and stuff like that. But it's just like a learning curve, right? Gosh, I feel like Go High Level is a learning curve. Everything that we've been chatting about is a learning curve with ads and stuff, right? GMBs, diversifying. Richard and I are in a lease training right now. I mean, it just opening your eyes.
Lee Witcher?
Richard, yep.
Yeah, Lee Witcher's, stuff, entity stuff. Yeah, he's nice with it. Smart guy.
Yeah. Yep, very data-driven, analytical guy, so I like the way he thinks.
Yeah, Ted with Cora talks about him a lot.
Yeah. Well, he uses the backbone of his, I don't know, what would you call it, Richard? Like the backbone of his diagnostic or the data is through Cora. Ted will be on there at times too with us. But we don't use everything from Cora, but there is like a true north that we let data kind of dictate what's missing or compare. And one thing with Lee, and I think it's a good lesson for all of us here. And I know Chris is not afraid, but don't be afraid of big keywords, money keywords, or going after some, especially in your niche. Do not be afraid of them. Yes, they might be competitive. Yes, but there is a lot of like opportunities that us as agencies are not doing that we can take advantage of if we just look at it and let the data tell us what to do. Diversify, right? No 1, 2, I think it's 100%, but we use a little bit of a noggin, let data guide us, and it's usually pretty good.
Sorry, can I ask a question?
No, go ahead.
Yo, I'm just curious of something.
Listen, we can ask you questions today.
I have a couple. So just man, I'm gonna have to mess around with that. So from in the last year, would you say that the search atlas or the tool is like, so it's really progressing along? I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice.
Oh, yeah.
My son had his friends over. That was fun. Freaking losing my voice with these maniacs. So yeah, did you say there's a plethora of features?
Most definitely. I don't want to say it's the Go High Level of like Ahrefs and all those, but it's a very nice Smith knife, like how you say, a plethora of different tools. Like you can do content out of there. You can do like content audits from there, entities, LSI, right? Backlinking, all the foundational stuff right on there. You can track it. It'll give you some tracking. I ought to have them on here one time for you guys so you guys can. But when you first open it, I know I felt the same way about Ahrefs. What the F is this? Like, it's just a water hose, right? Just coming at you. You're like, what's what, who's who? And especially at the beginning when you're trying to get your bearings on SEO, how to look at data, what does that translate? And more importantly, two things. How can it help me close sales? And how can I report to my client my results, right? I think those are the two more important. Lee, you were going to say something? Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something. But yeah, that's more importantly, I think the best. How do I apply what I'm getting from there? And then, because it is a water hose of stuff. But yeah, Chris, I would definitely
sign up for a
get on
month,
the horn
mess around with it.
Oh yeah,
I think he gave me a
it's a beautiful
trial
thing.
a while, like it's been a long while. So I might mess around with that. I mean, it would have to be in my spare time. I'm
Yeah,
I'm on the SEMrush bandwagon, but I really like
right.
SEMrush. They're doing good, but I like to try new stuff. Oh, that high level though, man. I that's not for me. You know, that's
So
my
here,
opinion.
now here's the thing. So as you all know, we were talking about it before you came on, Chris. I'm on this. Okay, so I went on to seven figure. Seven figures client getting machine has to do with cold email, ads, and content, right? Everybody knows Chris from content. Chris got content down like no tomorrow.
And
There's
ads.
all of us here together don't can't come close to Chris's content. He's on there daily and on the hour, right? Ads, Chris is on the ads. So that's it's working for him and successful. So agency, seven figure agency goes on those three premises. So I'm on the ads now. I'm on the cold email, and then I do GMB Pros. You guys know GMB Pros. I'm on the content stuff. So
Phones for the high
what was
ticket.
my?
But that high level though, see, I
Oh
always
yeah,
get
yeah.
people through the funnel. They'll like be like, "Oh, I'm gonna set up this like process," and like it's always like a whole bunch to do before like, "Hey, why didn't you go get some clients?" You know what I mean?
Yes. Now here's the thing: being on the cold email bandwagon, right,
Mm.
and doing that, I'm able to leverage Go High Level because I connect the two, and also with ads, I connect the two. So it's not just about go get high level or like Chris says, go get clients first, guys. That's why with link graph and search atlas, like yeah, it's a tool, but how do you leverage that tool to get clients? Like I said, or report some excellent results for your client. With go high level, if you're doing ads, you can connect the two because I get a lead. I have it connected to go high level. It shoots off an email. It shoots off a text message and it sends me a notice, hey, Alfred, you have a new lead. So I leverage, you got to know what is that tool, what part of Go High Level do you want to leverage? And for me, that's been, because I had it, I opened it and I closed it. But now that I'm doing ads, okay, I can use this part of it. Yes, yes. Now that I'm doing cold email, boom, I can leverage it there. That's all I really use Go High Level is that's it. Those two things. But there is a learning curve to it.
We've been
Absolutely.
using just what converts, tracking where they're coming. Yeah, but and then Vonage for the phone. You're getting everything kind of all in one. So that can be helpful.
I can
It's
answer
fun.
my calls, record my calls, send text messages all through my phone. I have a phone app all through there, but it's linked in through Go High Level and my Facebook account. Because if I don't get the sale, I want to know why. I want to go back and listen to it. Where did I go wrong? Right? Because even though if I didn't get the sale, what did I learn? What did I learn?
Yes, every
Yeah.
failure is a lesson. And
Yeah.
that could be relationships, that could be kids, SEO.
100%. Yeah.
Yep.
So
So
that's my journey, man.
what are we learning today? What's jumping? You guys are doing ads. What's going on today?
It just open Q&A. I don't even know how we got into SEO spring training, and then Harry asked me about ClickX with Solomon Timothy. I was showing the guys a little bit the back end of that, and yeah, man. You guys, Lee, you have any questions for Chris? Anything particular you got? Cracky and Richard, both Richards, right?
Yeah.
Rick as well.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
We've seen what works in Google My Maps rankings change over the last time period. Matter of fact, this conversation you know I've had as well. So your primary category, your services optimization, different schools of thought will dictate whether posting has any value or not. Review velocity plays a big role in it. We've seen different tests that we've done internally as well as external information. But I was watching a video that was probably 6 months old from Chris. You were doing you were a presenter up on stage and you were talking about links, money robot links or something of that, or GA links going
Scrapebox,
to
GSA.
or Scrapebox, yeah. And GSA's going to, and that's where I kind of lost because the pace was kind of fast at that seminar. But what's working now? Some of my clients aren't receptive to what they call fake reviews. They want real reviews. So I get software and cultivate them on how to get the velocity. So reviews, velocity is understood. We have review tools. We work with them on cultivating internal procedures. We also mirror the content on the services with the services they have on their service pages on their website. So consistency of information is there. But outside of that, proximity, and we're just seeing a lot of, when I use Local Falcon for rank scans, and even the rank scans will change month to month, but then
day to day, week to week.
Yeah. So this new one where I found out that the hours of operation, so now we will only run scans when the businesses are open so that we have a real-time results there. But from what can an agency do in today's environment to influence the local rankings, especially for, we just onboarded 2 clients and they're both brand new plumber and new water restoration company.
but we have an address that's been around for some time. Like we have an actual entity that's established, name, address, phone number.
All of them are up until these last 2 clients. They're using a location they've had for 6 months from an address standpoint.
Okay, so they're still at that building phase, but they have a name, address, phone number. It's visible.
Yes.
It's not changing a hard location.
Yeah.
And then when we're getting those reviews, irrelevant of how they're created, you know, we are speaking about the locations that we service in those reviews, right? The
Say
name
that
of the
again?
brand, you know, keywords are generally a focus, but I think location is I know that location is a lot more effective on a consistent basis. More importantly, we need more than one person talking about a specific keyword or a location.
And you're talking about within the reviews.
Definitely. But
Okay.
It has to show up more than once. And then I need to reiterate that within the service. I need to reiterate that within the product section. I need to reiterate that on the website. You know, like the services, the locations, and who we are, what we do, and where we're doing it is congruent in every place. Right. So as long as we have that running, that's a big piece. You know, those consistent, what we like only because we know we can guarantee an index so we can push traffic through it is PR. So if I put out a PR, you guys know as well as I do, regardless of whoever you go, you know, as the months pass on, there's a few links that always seem to stick and they always show up. It's, you know, I don't need to waste resource pushing traffic. You know, your Yahoos, your AP Newses, this type of stuff, Market Watch. This is a very good place to be able to push traffic through into an asset. And then I'm sure you're using some type of traffic like on your own, whether it's paid, hopefully paid and manipulated, but also running traffic through something, right?
And that's going to be my next question. Yes, we have Google search ads that we run. We tried running Google display ads to a manipulated URL post. And the first time we did it, everything turned red, and when we turned it off, it went back to greens. So now we know, careful with manipulated URLs.
Well, yeah, but if you're going to run traffic using manipulated URLs, then it can't be through the verified business. You're setting up the unverified businesses because you can put in your credit card information, and if they crush it, who cares? And you should get away with a lot more. I mean, that's up to you.
Okay.
But,
so when you say traffic, run traffic through, let's say it's Google Ads, either display or search. What are you thinking? When you say run it through, are you talking about run it through a post or run it through?
If I have definitely advertising traffic is definitely something that should be going on, whether, you know, it's LSA, organic, whatever the case is. But more importantly, what I'm looking to do is I'm looking for every service that you have on the website. You have multiple locations, multiple services. each one of those pages, service pages, top level, is going to have a PR. And those PRs are optimized around brand plus service plus keyword, right? So that means I'm hitting brand, keyword, and service. So I'm getting that branded traffic. I'm getting keyword traffic. I'm getting the traffic that I need by going to organic search, typing in brand, keyword, location. Yahoo shows up, push traffic through and to the property.
So if I'm understanding correctly, you are taking the PR and you're targeting the PR towards brand, service, keyword page, and then you're driving traffic through the press release itself.
1,000%. And that's going to go to both assets because we really need credit to both. I mean, this is one small piece that I found that's effective with the proper optimization, with the consistent reviews. Also, on top of that, we were running impressions, and that's that sheet that I showed during that conversation where I had an Excel sheet up. We were creating manipulated URLs to run impressions to. So there's two types of softwares that you could potentially be using, like, for instance, like your CTR booster, or perhaps like an awesome traffic bot, if that's something you wanted. CTR boosters for running CTR. If I wanted to run manipulated traffic through a PR, CTR booster for a regular person, right? If I want to run impressions, I need something that runs very, very fast. So that would be like an awesome traffic bot, an Epic. There's tons of tools out there, Traffic Diablo, whatever you want, right? Okay. This is where we're running brand plus keyword. And we were also appending location information and KGM IDs. So we're just running impressions. Because just like an impression shows a view inside of your Google My Business listing on the video, I still get credit for the view. Like it's still being counted. Like it's still somebody actively looking for your brand, actively looking for you plus a keyword, actively looking for you plus keyword in this location.
So are you running, quick clarification then, when you're running an impression tool, for an example, are you running that because you're just looking for the impression? Are you looking that towards the service location pages? Or are you taking that to the press release?
Yeah, just to go back, it's two separate actions that both take place along with ads.
Got it.
So, but this is most of the clients that can afford this type of service. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but this is generally going to be in the higher competition markets where it's worth it. Because if I'm running advertising, you want me to run website clicks and traffic, you want me to set up PR, like there's a lot of pieces here. But the objective here is just to push traffic, build authority to the asset, and run traffic. That's it. Like,
right.
That's all it is.
So you can run, even like I use the Viper, the Kraken for CTR, which is kind of like Agency Assassin.
Okay.
So we're running that to the GMB, to the website, and then certain browsing behaviors. But
isn't that using, and I could be wildly mistaken here, but isn't that as kind of in a sense because it's users that are connected and we're able to run traffic from each other's computers and we're all connected in a network, right?
That one was SitePop did that. The Kraken was, I believe Michael set up proxies.
Okay. So I've never, then I guess, no, maybe perhaps something like that. I never utilized that particular tool.
Okay. And then I know I've heard a lot of people have mentioned Agency Assassin. Ian over there, I think is the gentleman's name.
Well, that's great for manipulated traffic for maps.
Okay.
For sure. That goes great with running traffic only for maps. But I can't get traffic through a PR to maps, and I can't run impressions with that. But I can increase brand searches and clicks. I can increase location and click. I can increase just for maps, though. There's no other benefit. And I love Ian's software, but that's just for maps. Like that's more for basic campaigns, like an HVAC guy that's running through the door, set up 2 campaigns on Ian's software. Yeah, we can get a push. If he's got a few $100s per month, I could get you a push because there's no effort. It's easy. If I could get proper optimization, well, you know the drill.
Yeah. And then the press release pointing towards those brand service keyword pages, the impression traffic which reinforces brand service queries, which is reinforcing to Google the establishment or validating of the entity, the brand. And then the press release, they're looking at the links that may stick for a little while and see that they follow through to those service pages. So now you've created value backlinks to those service location pages.
1,000,000%. But then on top of that, note, like there's other assets that are going to be created as well. These are the most valuable that we like, but you're also going to be doing your citations. You might all, and those press releases are also, as a secondary, an unstructured citation. So we're always consistently creating citations, and we create citations to each page. Like if you're targeting another service or a city, I'm going to build unstructured citations to that page. You know, I'm not going to do your Yelp and Monta and MapQuest and Foursquare because you can't triple and double dip, and I don't want to cause harm. But I can go out there and create as many unstructured as I want. And, you know, Google counts co-citation, in my opinion.
Very cool.
Does that help you?
Yes, actually it did. Especially the unstructured citation. So you just think of all the different places. For an example, even a YouTube video can be a citation. So our YouTube video, I'm sorry. Or not really.
Well, that's an unstructured citation, definitely, but that's only one. We're trying to create bulk. We just, once a year, I run through those to test out. You know, I'd be very mindful of where you're sending links to in that GMB, though. You know, be careful.
See, all of the structured citations that we're doing, we're taking, we're connecting the primary URL, obviously, because it's a business entity. So like a Yellow Book directory listing being a structured citation, we're taking that URL to the customer's URL, the website URL.
Okay. So yeah, all your structured ones, Yellow Book, Monta, MapQuest, Foursquare, all your main, you're like 50 or 60 in the United States, those go to the homepage, that goes to the main asset. That's a structured citation, Apple Maps. But then anything else where I can put name, address, phone number, and have a link back, that would be unstructured.
And those are where you would diversify those to your
internal pages, because I'm trying to build referring domain count, and I'm trying to get, hey, I get the citation too. Just like the value you get from the YouTube video. It's the same thing. Now I've reinforced, here's who we are, here's what we do, here's our phone number, here's my description, like a lot of times. But I like to use the most valuable ones, like Yahoo Finance, for instance, where I have my name, address, phone number, I have a link back. That's where I want to run traffic through.
So you'll use your, all right. And when you get into Yahoo Finance, are you looking at getting in there through the article on your press release?
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
And then you'll run traffic through that article that clicks through to the URL.
Yeah, sometimes that's the one that'll pop.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's, you know, usually it's Yahoo Finance for whatever reason. Market Watch goes, Digital Journal will go. It doesn't matter for traffic if it's do follow, no follow. It doesn't matter to me because it's going to be counted. Because remember, we're going to Google. We're searching for a brand, a keyword, a location. An authority site's going to rank. We just don't want to waste resources going to page 2 or page 3 to run traffic. Too much time, too much resource. So I want it to be in that first row. You know, it doesn't have to do too much searching. It doesn't take a lot of time to find it. I like those authority assets for that. But you know, I don't know if you have any other software, but you'd be wildly surprised on how much impressions will help move the needle if you got, even if you just are running paid advertising. You'll be massively surprised.
Just the impressions, which is the ad showing up.
If you're running Google ads, right? Pick up the budget just a little bit and then go and run, let's say 1,500 impressions for brand business service, brand business plus location, brand business plus KGMID. Go and run that 1,000 times a day with your ads. You'll be surprised. But just like all traffic in CTR, as soon as that's done, you can lose quite a bit of the jump that you get, but you'll retain some.
Got it.
Yeah. It's a short-lived, but it feels good when you get that pop.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you've got a new entity.
Hey, Chris.
Go ahead.
Yes.
No, I was just gonna say, what kind of ads, right? Because that's another thing I'm learning. There's different type of ads. When you say run ads for your client, I mean, what type are you running?
Um, usually it will be max, or just organic, and we like banner as well. But then a lot of clients will be running local service ads. You know, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. But banner, don't
Now
sleep
you
on the
are,
banners though. Don't sleep on
yeah.
display. I know a lot of people say, no, no, you can cook off of that display. You'll cook off of the display ads.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing that's got to be careful on, well, the display ads too, is there's a lot of bot traffic in the display out of country. And so you just know that that's part of it.
It's definitely part of it. But you get, I'm, when you're looking at click and conversion ratio to cost spend, it's still a high performing, it's a good ad.
Yeah, if you're
in my
looking at
opinion.
paid impressions, you can get a ton.
Like, yeah, like everybody says, oh, turn off that. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
we found that
$4 to
that's
$5
highly
per
effective.
1,000 impressions.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, and different, they'll usually come. I mean, that's not my specialty is advertising. So they'll usually have something, I can always help, but that's what I see most commonly. And I really, really like those display ads. But for me, it's just YouTube, Reddit, LinkedIn.
And it's just in the home services space, it's just, especially the plumber space, it's super competitive and in a lot of the cities. And so giving the edge to get, from the 20 position down to number 9, getting that 9 to 4 or 5, for a little decent proximity around is getting really
Well,
tough.
yeah, just for maps itself. And there are places, I mean, building links, I would focus on, if you're going to be building links for maps, we're not trying to build links to the actual map or the map properties, but it's hosted on Google. I don't know if that makes sense to you. I hope it does.
Mm-hmm.
And
those are like those articles from the press release that have links back to the money site.
No, I mean like the URL that's on Google's URL. When you go and search for, say, John's Plumbing on maps, and there's that URL, that URL.
Okay.
Or whatever your brand is.
Yeah. So in that application, traffic that links through to that maps URL.
Because like Google's a website just like yours, and you build links to your website, do you get a pop?
What kind of traffic do you use to create those links to your map URL? Or what kind of assets do you build?
Junk, cheap, and fast.
And Google doesn't penalize that.
Well, so we just ran a test where I ran 40,000 links. They penalized that. I went through them all though. Like we were sending links to Place ID. We sent links to the KGM ID. We sent links to KGM ID plus the CID. We sent them to embed URL. There were 7 of them. And then I tracked it for 3 weeks. And what I quickly found out is the first week, it was clear as day where the results came from. But then as the weeks progressed, something that just started dumping. So if you're going to be using cheaper stuff, I would just try to stick under 6,000. Because if I go build 6,000, there's going to be a massive number that are devalued from the door. But there is value in building links, and steer clear of the CID. I know I've been shouting that since like when I first ran that initial test at the end of 2019 was the first like mastermind where I was like, okay, hey, I'm testing and I'm going to show everything publicly, like what I'm doing. Like I've been getting smoked for CID since then. And it's still 1,000%.
So you like the long URL with the 2 longitudes and latitudes, the whole freaking thing.
A million. Yeah, but we don't. you know, there's some sizing within it. It'll say like Z, and if you change that number, it'll zoom in,
Right,
zoom out,
yeah.
right? Stick parameters. You
13.
know, you can call it whatever you would like.
But you can use the
The
URL
device
shortener,
at the end
Chris.
trim that stuff. Sorry, what's that, Harry?
You can make a URL shortener and put that Google URL there.
Definitely.
Yeah. Why just on a long URL if you can make it shorter version of it?
The URL that is being shown on maps, you can trim the stuff that's at the end that's giving up your device and the time that you're on the site.
Right.
The stuff that's at the end, you can trim off.
Yeah.
You can't trim off the launch and lads, you know, but
right
you
at
can
yeah,
trim
for
off that
that.
stuff that's at the end. This is just giving up device information, like
Yeah.
device.
Who are you guys
model.
using for PR? Like Amplifier or for press releases? Or
You
I
can
have
do
a
it, Chris.
I get general distribution. I have a deal with Madge. So I'm using Global Newswire and EIN.
But you
I think
have a
most of
service.
them are.
Yeah. And
Say what, Harry?
I'm saying Chris has a services for press release.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I use. Yep.
okay.
very cheap.
That's on your
And then
.org
you-
footer.
That's right. One page. Nope. Nobody can mess that up.
No, I like your page.
I love that.
Mhm.
That's right. It's all right there. Super simple. I've learned my lessons over the time. That was Reed is just, I think I said this once already, but it's so good. I'm going to say it one more time. Rita's just opened back up. You probably don't have them out in Cali, right? You have Rita's ice cream?
No, Rita's? No, not that I know of. Right, Harry? I haven't heard
We
it.
don't have that here.
Delicious.
I don't
Well,
think
they
so.
just opened because I live in the tundra, the frozen tundra of Pennsylvania. So it's, you know, it was like 60 out. Everybody's like outside in shorts, like, whoa, wow, you know. Yeah, man. So they opened up the ice cream shop, took little C over there. Anything
Nice.
else? I was enjoying that. I can't give up all the tapes because, you know, that's another talk for another day, but I gave you as much as I could on that. Because that was just like some active tests. I don't want to give away.
Instead
the
of eating
farm.
that ice cream, you need to drink a tea to get voice back, Chris.
Oh, my throat's killing. Well, and I was
Yeah,
sick.
the ice cream.
What's that?
I said the ice cream's not doing you any favors.
Ah! Oh yeah, now because the mucus now. Yeah, I know it. That's okay. So what else? What else?
Yeah.
What else can I help you with?
Now, guys, I don't know. You probably do, but for those that don't, or maybe I don't know, Chris does run a mastermind where he does give up the back end. You know, if you guys ever been to like one of the masterminds SEO convention, Chris is one of the few that literally shows you the hood under the hood, and it's the same thing in the mastermind testing stuff. If you want to geek out with some of that stuff, it's pretty neat.
Yes. Yeah, it's always fun. Like, well, I'll pick out certain things. Like really, and I'm sure you've noticed, like if somebody has a product or a course or something, and they're like, "Oh, this is the thing," I'll be like, "Okay, let's go test it," and I'll be like, Sometimes we get lucky, but you know, it's usually a lot of the times I'll notice that the processes are so dynamic and so difficult that, you know, if I had 47 days to potentially try this, you know, it's like, geez, what business owner is going to do this? Like, you know, highly unlikely. It has to be repeatable and it needs to be able to be shown to a team or someone else that can deploy it on a repeatable basis. And this is a problem oftentimes with a lot of trainings I go through. Oh, well.
No,
that's the fun part, right?
yeah,
Testing some of this stuff.
not Brock Lesnar, but Brock, who does CTR manipulation. There was some neat nuggets in there, but scalability was definitely the issue.
Oh yeah, dude, even I forget when it was 2018, I made like a training where, well, it wasn't a training. I was literally doing it with like phones, like Sims. Dude, madness. Like that's cool for 6 clients. Try that with like 30 clients. No way. Good luck. That'd be your whole job, sitting there all day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Horrible. Yep. Well, how else can I help you guys and gals? If there's any gals. And look at everybody. Let's see here.
No, all dudes. All
Nope, all
dudes.
dudes. Okay, okay. Anybody else that I can
Yeah.
help out?
Chris, so I got hit. I've been getting hit, smacked around lately. Um, anything on reinstatements? You got anything going on there? Of the GMB profile, right?
Right. Well, what's the category? I
Um,
know you won't tell me, but what's the category? Is
no,
it
I don't mind. Harry's niche actually, limo.
Yeah, Limonich. Okay, go ahead and answer that question, and then I'm going to ask another question about the restatement.
so I mean, nothing has changed as far as it being an automated process. How many times
Okay.
have you filled out for reinstatement?
I did about 3 times, 4 times, but they deny it
I
all
get
the
one.
time. Do you think it depends on a PC, the computer IP address and stuff? Should I use the VPS or any or VPN?
Well, yes, but not NordVPN,
No,
right?
no, not good.
And two, there's 2 ways, 2 modes. So you've submitted as the business owner and then a representative, right? You have to submit twice.
Yes,
And then you've done it 3 times.
yep. After changing, of course, the managers.
And then inside of that profile, you've gone in during 11 to 2 Mountain Time and requested communications. And they still said no.
No.
Is it a legit business?
Yes.
All mine are too.
Chris, let me tell you something. I am at the location, okay, brother? I'm at the location, exact location where I am doing a video verification for that business. The phone is a brand new virtual phone, Android phone. Was on bags, never opened up, never seen any Wi-Fi, which connected through my office network. And just brand new phone, opened up, put the brand new Gmail account, and with the Gmail account, try to verify the listing with the video verification, showing a building, showing a sign, showing the vehicle, tools, street, corners, did everything. With a 2 minutes video, came up suspended. Sending the documents, suspended. No restatement.
Well, I mean, only because you've already tried 3 times. Like you got whacked 3 times because it's automated. The first one came back. It probably took what, 3 days. Then those other 2 came really fast, right?
So that's one of the samples. Also, we have another ones, couple of them. We send in the documents, but they don't reinstate.
Yeah. And were they service area or are they physical address?
Physical address.
Well, you are probably one of the people that already know about. Did you see it? Have you seen how easy it is now to launch those service businesses and be verified?
Most of them are a storefront.
I know, but let's just say they're gone. I know that the service areas really, really suck, right? But at least I'd rather have something than nothing. Have you seen the process to get the verified listings using service area?
I never did only once I did the service areas, some weak areas where you have the GMB with the service only area, it ranks fine with no problems at all. But the competitive areas, you need to have a storefront. But that's the reason I don't go with service area validation or verification.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, I mean, 3 times, I would say you're cooked.
Even one time, I followed your advice. I tried to move the pin a little bit.
Still no?
No.
Well, yeah, but you can, so you move the pin a little bit and created a new business
Yeah.
and they still said, no way, you're cooked.
And you
That's-
can't believe how many citations I have. How many press releases I have.
Did it immediately suspend?
Immediate.
I have one that didn't, that was alive, and then he dinged me right when I was about to start putting gas in
I
it.
tell you something, Alfredo. In the limo business in Los Angeles, lot of big competition, which goes after a brand new GMBs. As soon as they see brand new GMB, they go and report. This is how in the limo business in Los Angeles, everybody
Okay.
reports each other.
Is this recorded, Alfredo?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Put something in there. Yeah, there has to be a change. And there has to be a unique phone number, unique entity rich description.
And then you'll actually create on the existing URL, you'll create a location page to take that listing to, or will you do?
1,000%.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so you're just creating different location pages for different branches, so to speak.
Exactly. And then two, if I have to, like, say we're using Plepper and we're taking a look, you know, most business owners that are showing up in that top 20, there's usually 20 different categories that have the probability of ranking in the 3-pack for, say, plumber, right? Like if I go look up plumber Houston, there's probably 20. You know, if I see an easy one, like service establishment, I know it's not the best, right? But if that, I still have a chance to pop in there with that, that's what we'll go for, because I know I could slide through.
You just have to find a location that you can do validate your GMB verification.
Well, yeah, I mean, lately I'll go to someone's, yes.
Yeah.
As long as it's orange on the map. As long as it's orange on the map.
I showed some of you in here, right? I think I showed Richard how you guys can do that, right? If you guys need help, get with me and I'll show you. And in fact, I got it from Chris. That's where I learned it from. How to go out and kind of search for those addresses if you need help with that.
Yep.
So Chris,
It's not hard.
No.
Chris, I was curious why you what the significance of or the importance of you said between 11 and 2 Mountain Time as far as like submitting the appeal or the request or something.
Well, no, but you'll notice that contact support, the button only shows up between 11 and 2. So if I have a suspended listing on the desktop and I go to the button, I go into the listing, I go over to the left-hand side, I click on settings. And when I go into settings and I scroll all the way to the bottom, there's 2 functionalities. If it's not 11 to 2 Mountain Time, there's only going to be 1 where it's going to be email, but you'll actually you can get an agent.
Oh, okay. So it's your best opportunity to speak with somebody live.
Best opportunity, unless you have somebody for ads. Like, yeah, you're going to get the runaround. Like if you already have an ads manager, like somebody helping you burn your money,
right?
That's the fastest way to get somebody on the phone. But if not, 11 to 2 on a Mountain Time, Monday through Friday.
Gotcha. Okay.
As long as but be prepared. Like make sure you have an hour and a half to sit on your hands.
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
Same with ad managers. Like you'll talk to 4 different Indians. Nothing against Indians.
Right.
But I'll talk to 4 different people and they're like, before you finally get somebody.
Yeah.
Big problem. And then explaining that to a business. Oh gosh. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Chris, how about the contact GMB support? Again, the same time, 11 to 2?
What's that?
How about to contact GMB support?
Yeah, 11 to 2. That's where you'll see those 2 options at the bottom. There's like even like a, what's it look like? It looks like, what's those things, like they're at the pool at the hotels and it's like a tube and it's tied on a rope. It looks like one of them and it's blue. You think I'm lying? You want me to show you? You never saw it before?
No, I've never talked to anybody. I know Harry has.
I did.
I've never gone.
A couple of times.
Yeah. I need to, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
I always just send it through with my sobby stories and pictures and documentation.
Yeah, I would 11 to 2 Mountain Time, which will be easy for you guys, I think. It's right under settings, but it's at the very bottom of the page. There'll be 2 options. Not through the reconsideration that they send the email. Don't talk through there. That's a pain in the nuts. Actually, in the profile, once it's cooked, scroll down through settings. You'll click on settings and it'll be at the very bottom.
Okay, I got to check that one out.
Yep.
Yeah. So, guys, with that being said, I appreciate it. I want to make sure I reserve Chris's voice there, get better. And I appreciate everyone that's on here. Those that are catching the replay. As always, it's very greatly appreciated. So with that being said, guys, much love, much success. If you need any help, please show some support to Chris. Follow him, YouTube channel, Facebook, my YouTube channel. I would appreciate you guys. Watch time, trying to get that going. Whatever you need, hop on my calendar. I'm here for you guys. Whatever you guys need and get you pointed in the right direction, or I know somebody that can get you in the right direction. Much love, much success. I'll see you on the next one.
Thank
Thank you, Chris.
Thank
See you guys. Yep.